We are so happy to see you here. I'm Kevin Doherty, and what I wanted to say is days like today remind us that we can't just be sunshine patriots, but rather all-weather warriors. Warriors for democracy, friendship, and equality, the best U.S. values. As Langston Hughes said, they're the values we want to realize, even if they're not fully realized. But they are our values, and they are what we want the flag to represent. And that's why we have these flag symbols here. So to tell you a little bit, this event was organized by Indivisible Highland Park and the Highland Park Democratic Club. I wanted to quickly recognize Peter Spool. Peter could put up his hand. Don Stern. Beth Stevens. Beth, I think, is running an errand and we'll be right back. And for the Highland Park Democratic Club, Andrew Alexander. Andrew, can you come up here? We received the support as well of Indivisible Central New Jersey, which is centered in Metuchen Edison, and Indivisible Rahway. They are also sponsoring an event at 2 p.m. in Rahway. I'll tell you more about it. I wanted to thank, okay, that's great. I wanted to thank the many people who helped us. There were so many, I can't list them, but I want them to know that we really deeply appreciate those people who served on our planning committee, who have are serving as parade marshals. And by the way, you'll recognize the parade marshals because they'll have yellow vests or indivisible t-shirts like this. And we hope to have with armbands with sort of blue and red flag motifs. We would especially like to thank Sue Edmonds, who put together two beautiful banners that we will deploy at when we get down to River Road and Raritan. They'll be displaying the two slogans that won. We ran a slogan contest. We got 10 entries, 57 votes, and the two winners are, I'm going to use my British Bake Off, pause. No kings, rejecting monarchy since 1776. No kings, just we the people. So on a serious and somewhat sad note, we dedicate this rally to Tina Weishaus, a Highland Park resident and lifelong warrior for social justice who sadly passed away very recently. So please keep, if you knew Tina, you knew how important a person she was to so many of us and how much she contributed and how sad we are that she passed. She would have loved to have been here, I can tell you. So why are we here? No Kings we put it on Flag Day because we wanted it to be a national day of action, not to celebrate Trump, not to celebrate the militarism that he's championing, but to respond to his authoritarianism, lawlessness, and corruption. We wanted that to be the message we send back. We wanted to say that we are watching as Trump and his Republican allies have destroyed key public agencies such as the VA, the EPA, the Department of Education, FEMA, and USAID. We have seen them defy the courts, refusing to follow orders, temporizing on them, or saying, who, me? Does that apply to me? Yes, it does. They have attacked a U.S. Senator, Senator Padilla of California, grabbed and thrown on the floor when he showed up to question Kristi Noem. His right as a citizen, his right and responsibility as a senator. And as they filed charges against a Congress member, Representative McIver of New Jersey, for also doing her job. Okay? So we say, boo! They've sent in the National Guard and federal troops illegally. even when governors have said they don't need those troops. And we wonder about what are we being prepared for. They've deported immigrants without due process. They've destroyed programs for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and erased the mention of women and people of color on government websites, which has been horrendous to see. And in addition, Trump and his GOP enablers are threatening to slash Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps for working people, but cut taxes for the rich and the corporations. They're threatening our right to due process of law, treating this as a privilege rather than our right. They're ending the privacy of our health and financial data. They're threatening, yeah, boo. Absolutely, let's boo, please. They're threatening to undermine the IRS's ability to investigate tax evasion by the wealthy and corporations. They're threatening to block judges' ability to hold government officials accountable for illegal and unconstitutional actions. That's right. So on this Flag Day, we're exercising our constitutional right to assemble in all our numbers, and to say, in America, we don't put up with would-be kings. That's right. That's right. In America, we oppose presidents who want to act as unaccountable monarchs. And we've been doing this since 1776. In America, the flag does not belong to Donald Trump or to right-wing conservatives alone. The flag belongs to all of us. The sovereign people, we the people. And their values are not the values that flag should represent, but the values that founded this country and represent it at its best. It doesn't always live up to it, but at its best. So thank you, and I'll turn it over quickly now to Andrew Alexander, the head of the Highland Park Democratic Club.
Thank you so much, everybody. I am so excited to see this crowd. This is amazing. When it started pouring this morning, I was so worried this was not going to happen. So thank you for showing up and for being here. It's so important. I am Andrew Alexander. I'm president of the Highland Park Democratic Club. I'm going to spend 10 seconds telling you about who we are. We are a new group in Highland Park. We formed right after the election because we realized there was a need to build a community because there's strength in numbers. Because it's important to be able to come together and say no to tyranny, to support each other in difficult times, and to fight back against forces that don't believe in basic human dignity and want to take away our fundamental rights. Because if we stay silent, if we don't fight back, the other side wins and we will lose everything. So that is why we're here. Also here to make sure our representatives know we want to fight with a loud voice. That's why I'm happy right now to introduce Jorge Jimenez from Congressman Frank Pallone's office.
Hi everyone. The congressman unfortunately wasn't able to be here, but he does send his regards. So I'm going to read a statement. Congressman Pallone couldn't join us today, but as a progressive champion, he asks his gratitude and this statement be shared with you all. Today we say no kings. The president is illegally using the military as his personal police to crush the right to speak out. All rights to peaceful protest and free speech is on the line. Speak up, speak out. No kings in America. Not now, not ever. We thank you, Congressman Pallone.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the emphasis in the front. All right. Next, I would like to introduce Highland Park Mayor Elsie Foster, who's here today to speak because she also shares our concerns and she wants to be a voice for standing up against tyranny. Elsie?
Good morning, Highland Park. I want to say this is what democracy looks like. As I look around, this is what democracy is all about. And that's why we got to fight like hell. Fight like hell to keep democracy in place. Keep DEI, diversity, inclusion. We need all of it, because as I look around, we see all of what DEI stands for. And we have someone who is so filled with hate and rage that he wants to take out his hate and his rage upon us. We are not that, because in Highland Park today and around the country, we're proving that we are not what he is. We are bigger, we are better, and we're going to fight like hell to keep democracy in place. This is what democracy looks like. And I need you all to chant with me. This is what democracy look like. This is what democracy look like. This is what democracy look like. This is what democracy looks like. Although it's raining, we cannot let rain, snow, sleet, or rain stop us, because we have too much to lose collectively as a country. We have worked hard to get over our differences. We have more to go. Let me not say it's all over. But we are in a good spot, and we want to keep moving forward, never backwards. And this is what look like. And we're not going to let the 47 turn us back, rip our country apart, and turn us against each other, because that's not what democracy is. Stay strong, Democrats. Stay strong, people who truly love America. Because I, as an immigrant, when I came here, I came from a country where, at that time, there was political violence in my country, and we came to a place that had refuge. When I came from Jamaica, my family and I, we came from Jamaica, and there was the first presidential election in the United States from my purposes, and this was President Carter election. Me and my sister, we hid in the attic, because when our parents said it doesn't work like that in this country, we said no, because we know what we just left. Because there was turmoil, there were burnings, there were buildings, there were firebombs, it was all kind of chaos, similar to like what we saw January 6th, very much like what we saw January 6th. And let me just say this on a very personal note, January 6th broke me, because the country that I love, the country that I admired, January 6th should never have happened, and it broke me, and we cannot afford tyranny to take place, because democracy is democracy. And I've seen it, and I've made a pledge when after I saw the election of President Carter, the peaceful election of President Carter, and there was no bombing, there was no fighting, there was no killing, and everybody came out and they supported each other. We need to have that kind of election. We need to keep democracy going, because if we don't want to see what's coming. We see bits and pieces of it. We saw California. We saw Wisconsin this morning. There's 2 lawmakers that got shot, Democratic lawmakers that got shot in Wisconsin. In Minnesota. So we can't afford to have this continue. We have to fight like hell to keep democracy going. So this is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Thank you. Stay strong. Let's fight.
So thank you very much, Mayor Foster. What she said is very meaningful to all of us. And one quick thing, do you want to quickly talk about the Edison Job Corps closing?
Today at 2:30 p.m., Edison Job Corps, 500 Plainfield Avenue, it will be closing. And these are students who attend Job Corps who have housing insecurity. They'll have no place to go. And it is so sad that this administration is picking on the least amongst us. People who are trying to get a skill, a trade, and to work and to improve their life. They're shuttering Job Corps. They're shuttering this one in New Jersey, and I know in a few other states that they're closing them. And it's not because they don't provide good programming and good skills and don't turn out really good individuals that contribute to our community and to our society. It's just viciousness and hate. So if you can, there's going to be another rally at Edison Job Corps at 2:30, 500 Plainfield Avenue. Please come out and support. We need support each other. Thank you.
Thank you. So now David Copperman would like to lead us in a song or sing a song and declaim.
Recite a verse.
Okay, come up then. I'm committing David to things obviously I shouldn't.
We talked about a song, but we wound up in a very strange, or I'll say surprising place.
David, closer.
Oh, closer. Very sorry. We talked about a song. We wound up in a very strange, surprising place. About there. Thank you. I'm not used to this. How many of you think you know how many verses there are in the Star Spangled Banner? Yeah. 4, according to Wikipedia, but several other sources as well. It was written, you know by who, in 1814 for the memorializing the War of 1812. Still, I'm sorry if I'm irregular here. Every one of the 4 verses ends the same with variations on, "Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave," and that is all here. A little side note, it wasn't adopted as the national anthem until 1931. But in 1861, in 1861, the poet Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr. penned an unofficial 5th verse during the beginning of the American Civil War, looking hopefully to the emancipation of the slaves. That's what I will now recite, and you're going to catch a couple of things in here. When our land is illumined with liberty's smile, if a foe from within strikes a blow at her glory, down, down with the traitor who dares to defile the flag of her stars and the page of her story. By the millions unchained when our birthright was gained, we will keep her bright blazon forever unstained, and the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave, while the land of the free is the home of the brave.
Yes, do we want to?
I don't want to prolong us being in the rain, but this is really important. We remember Brian Sicknick from January 6th that lost his life for no reason. And for these terrorists to be let back on us by the 47th. His brother is here, and I just want to give him a moment.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Closer and really speaking.
Okay. Thank you for everybody. It's been over 4 years now. He still has not shown any remorse. He has released everybody, including the people that assaulted my brother. One who lives right up the street in Somerset. It's been awful. I'm hoping to get through these next 3.5 years. Hopefully not beyond that, but we know him. He'll hold on to that position however he can, including killing police officers like my brother. Once again, I'm here to support democracy just like you all are. So appreciate you all being here. Thank you.
So we keep being reminded of what a tragedy January 6th was. So we're going to move quickly towards an end. could I ask the marshals who are on 4th and the corners of 4th and 5th to start moving in that direction so that you're in place, because we'll be finishing up here very quickly. Peter Spill, who's a member of the steering committee of Indivisible Highland Park, will then take over for a few minutes.
So, I'm guessing I don't really have to ask, but I'm going to. Are you with us? Are you ready to oppose tyranny and autocracy and defend the founding principles of our nation? Then please join me in taking the people's oath. Something like this was what Donald Trump had to take when he became president again, and he keeps not abiding by it. But here we go. I do solemnly swear. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the civic responsibilities expected of every American. Thank you.
So, Peter, thank you. Thank you, Mayor Elsie. Thank you, everybody who spoke. We're about to move. Please stay with us. Be all-weather warriors, despite the fact that this is inclement weather. What we're going to do is exercise our civic responsibilities that Peter talked about by walking down to Raritan and River Road and rallying there again. Would like you to go down on the south side of Raritan here, this side over here, on the super fresh side, if you want to think about it. Walk down to 3rd, and then we're going to ask you to split into 2 groups. One to go on the north side, one on the south side. So could I say the following? Could people from here to here, or let's say we'll make it from here to here, you're going to be south side. People from here towards Raritan, you're on the north side, okay? So remember, as you're walking, so you're going to go down to 3rd, and the police officers will help us get across, the north siders to get to the other side. Remember to show your signs to the people driving by. Walk down on the sidewalks. We're not allowed to walk on the streets. So be sure to stay on the streets. And remember, we may run into people driving by or on the sidewalks. We're going to try to provoke you. Don't let them provoke you. Don't talk back to them. By all means, don't touch them. Simply walk away. You'll have someone maybe even put a camera in your face and say something that really riles you up. Don't say anything back. That person wants to film you and then put it up on YouTube. Don't let them do that. If there's an issue, talk to one of the parade marshals who's going to be in a yellow vest or in a white Indivisible t-shirt. Let them know. We have 3 police officers nearby who can step in if needed, okay? And we have the police officers' phone numbers. We hope that will not be the case, but we have to be prepared. So in just a minute, let's start queuing up. We're going to start moving down in that direction. Remember, we're going on the south side of Raritan Avenue until we get to 3rd. Then we split in half and we go down to Raritan and River Road for a continuation of the demonstration. And at that point, we unfurl the banners. So let me say again how thankful we are that you showed up. How proud we are of you being the citizens we need to have, and that you're here. So thank you so much, and our thanks again from those of us who helped organize this. So thank you very much. Let's start moving in that direction.